Investigative journalism used to be, hey, do you know anything about Karen Silkwood? Call the station or fill out a form. It'll get directed to a journalist and they may answer. I don't think that's going to be the future anymore. I think clues are going to be found in the strings of comments from people who see something online and share information through comments or through posts. And an example of that might be this. So let's take Karen Silkwood from video research from YouTube, the most viewed. Okay. The case of Karen Silkwood biography. Okay, let's take this highest one. I can open this up and I can say, okay, load in the comments. And that's gonna seek this out. At that action, it's gonna seek the API out. YouTube automatically filters some of the comments that are available in the API. So you may not see all the comments, but I'm loading up the top 300 sampled by relevance just to limit it so I can run my analysis. I figure 300 is a good sampling. But at this level, once I've loaded them, chain 1 in AI, I've loaded it up. Now I'm going to do chain 2. I'm going to say, look at these comments as your reference point. Now perform sentiment analysis. This is going to take all those comments and it's going to create a briefing report that says, this is what everyone's saying. Positive, negative, percentage. Here's why they like it. It's exciting. People are frustrated. They do like her courage, but they've got doubts about the death, obviously. We can go through and say who's commenting, what they're saying, intelligence, thematic. It's whatever we want it to be. It's literally endless. But the important thing is, from a build perspective that I want people to know, this is chain 2. Now I have this. And I can say, based on this, generate out a full insights report. Because pulling things together and presenting an output is different than generating out an insights report based on the sentiment. So I can then say, well, if I'm a newsroom manager, bottom line this for me. What does it all mean? And we can say, okay, here's that overview report. And I can say, the findings are, she's seen as a whistleblower. People are, very upset regarding the portrayal of her, because after the accident, there were many, many efforts to define how that story was interpreted in the public. There's a lot of people who talk about being there, or being there on the accident site, or seeing it at the side of the road, or knowing people who worked at the plant. All of those things we could detect, and we could say, okay, well, is there anybody that we should contact? Maybe there's people we haven't considered. We can think about it from what we want at the prompt level. What is everything we're seeking? And then, if it's available, elicit it from the comments. If it's not available, we can still say, we investigated it and pursued it. And we can also say, pull out some great quotes that we could consider in our coverage. We could do additional summary points. It's literally whatever we want it to be. The next step in this particular flow of analyzing video, sentiment analysis, and summarizing it would be to export it as a report so that we could then make it actionable in a newsroom meeting, either in CSV or PDF form.